So, are you hitting the gym day after day, just pushing yourself to the absolute limit, but the results, they're just not showing up? If you feel like you're putting in all this effort for basically zero gains, you're definitely not alone. And the real culprit might not be your workout or your diet, but actually something you do every single night.
This quote from our source material just nails it, doesn't it? It's this idea that there's some kind of powerful, hidden force holding you back, turning all your hard work into, well, wasted energy. So today, we're going to release that handbrake.
All right, let's dive in. Here's the game plan. First, we're going to figure out what this hidden brake actually is. Then, we'll explore the incredible biology of your body's own nightly hormone factory. We'll get into the real, measurable costs of bad sleep and see how it literally forces your body to choose between building muscle or burning it. And then we'll wrap up with a solid action plan you can use tonight.
Okay, let's get right to it. What is this hidden force that could be completely wrecking all the progress you're trying to make at the gym?
Here's the core accusation we're looking at. A lack of sleep, and we're talking specifically about that deep, restorative sleep, is creating a hormonal environment inside your body where growing muscle becomes almost impossible. So it's not just about feeling tired, it's actively working against your fitness goals on a deep biological level.
So, to really get how this sabotage works, we need to take a look inside your body's own hormone factory. Because, sleep isn't just about resting. It's actually when the most important manufacturing for your growth really happens.
And the star product of this factory? Testosterone. It's the key anabolic. That just means building hormone. Think of it as the general contractor for your body. It's the one telling your cells to repair those muscle fibers, to synthesize new protein to make them bigger and stronger, and it helps you recover for your next session. Honestly, without it, you're just doing demolition work at the gym with no crew to build anything back up. Now check this out. This number is pretty wild. Around 80% of your daily testosterone is produced while you're asleep. This is not a passive thing. Your body is actively and very methodically using this downtime to create the very hormone you absolutely need to see results from your training.
And this shows us the assembly line, step by step. First, your internal clock, your circadian rhythm, tells your brain it's time to sleep. This then signals your pituitary gland to start releasing something called luteinizing hormone, or LH, in these little pulses. Now here's the crucial part. Those pulses hit their absolute peak during your deepest stages of sleep. And that surge of LH, that's the final signal that kicks the testosterone factory into high gear. So if you cut those stages short, the entire production line just grinds to a halt.
So what actually happens when that production line gets shut down? Let's look at the hard data, because the consequences are, well, a lot more severe, and they happen a lot faster than you might think.
I want you to think of your hormones like a seesaw. When you get enough quality sleep, testosterone goes up, and that nasty stress hormone, cortisol, goes down. That's the sweet spot. That's the ideal state for muscle growth. But with poor sleep, the seesaw tips the other way. Your testosterone plummets and cortisol skyrockets, creating an environment that actually destroys muscle tissue.
And listen, this isn't some long-term problem. Studies have shown that after just 1 week of sleeping less than 6 hours a night, healthy young men saw their testosterone levels drop by a staggering 10 to 15%. You can see that dramatic drop right here on the chart. It happens fast.
And to put that 15% drop into perspective, science shows that's the same level of hormonal decline you'd expect from aging 10 to 15 years. So, in just 1 week, bad sleep can give you the hormonal profile of someone a decade or even a decade and a half older.
So here's the bottom line. What does all this hormonal chaos actually mean for the muscles you're working so hard to build? See, at a biological level, your body has to make a choice every single night. Are we going to build or are we going to burn? With plenty of sleep and high testosterone, your body goes into an anabolic state. Again, that just means building. This is when muscle protein synthesis really kicks on. Your body takes the protein you ate and uses it to repair and grow the muscle fibers you broke down. This is it. This is where all your gains come from.
But without sleep, that high cortisol forces you into a catabolic or breakdown state. Your body starts literally degrading muscle protein for energy. Inflammation goes up, which prevents you from recovering properly, and the key growth signals, they're actively blocked. So you're not just stalling your progress, you could actually be going backwards.
Okay, so we've identified the saboteur. We understand how it works, and the good news is you can absolutely fight back. So here it is, a simple, science-backed action plan to protect your sleep and finally unlock the results you've been working for.
All right, here's how you do it. First, the foundation. You have to target the gold standard of 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep a night. This one is non-negotiable. Next, you got to turn your bedroom into a sleep sanctuary. That means making it as dark, quiet, and cool as you possibly can. Then think about what you're putting in your body. A really simple rule is to just cut off all caffeine after 2 p.m. And manage your tech. That blue light from your phone and TV tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime, so put them away at least an hour before bed. And finally, create a relaxing wind-down ritual. Read a book, meditate, some gentle stretching, anything that tells your body and your brain the day is done and it's time to fire up that recovery factory.
So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about tonight. Based on your habits, is your sleep an asset or is it a liability? Is it the engine that's building your body up, or is it that handbrake that's completely destroying your results? The answer just might be the key to everything you're trying to achieve.